What's the timeline with someone who's got an avoidant attachment style before the relationship starts to fall apart? We want to look at the mark of 3 to 4 months. That's when things start to get a little shaky, and there are reasons for this. You see, at the very beginning of the relationship, we all show up in our best selves. The anxious attached is a little more patient and understanding and appreciates that the other person needs some time and space, so they're not always reaching out. And the avoidant attached, they know that their partner, or they might have read that it's important to show up in a particular way for a person you're interested in. So they are going to initiate contact, they are going to set up those meetings and get to know you. However, things generally move fairly quick in the beginning of our relationships. And by the third or the fourth month, the avoidant attached starts to wonder, is this the path I want to go down? Is it moving too quickly? Do I perhaps need to spend some more time with myself because I might have neglected my work, I might have neglected my kids or time with friends. So maybe I want to pull back a little bit. And also, if they like you and they recognize that things are moving in a direction that they want and they enjoy, then they're probably feeling like, you know what, this person already knows that I like them, that I want to be with them, and it's now a safe space so I can get back to life like I knew it before I met this person. But they don't communicate this. And so what happens is that the anxious attached will notice this shift at about the third or the fourth month. Now they're going to reach out to the avoidant attached and say something like, hey, I noticed there's been a shift. I noticed that we're not hanging out like we used to. I don't hear from you anymore. Is everything okay? Should we sit and talk about this? And now what can possibly happen in an avoidant attached person's mind is they can start to wonder, am I not doing enough? Didn't I show this person that I care about them? They start to feel criticized, and fear of rejection and abandonment might step in. They may start to think that if they're not showing up the way this person wants them to show up, then the person may choose to walk away from them. And an avoidant attached person is very used to feeling neglected, rejected, and abandoned. When this happens, what they do is they pull back even more. They start to think that, you know what, this person's not happy with what I'm giving. I'm putting my best into this. I'm trying to balance my life and balance this relationship, but it doesn't seem like this is what is good enough for this person. So maybe I should step away a little more and start to ground myself, prepare myself just in the event they choose to walk away. And so when they pull away, and we're talking about this is probably month 5 or 6, the anxious attached reaches in some more, try to work things out. And that's where the back and forth happens. Sometimes, and this has been proven to be dangerous in my practice and others, is that an ultimatum is set. The anxious attached may say something like, this is not working for me anymore. You used to be so wonderful, so consistent in the beginning. Now you're pulling back. I don't understand. You're not talking to me anymore. You don't text me in the morning. We're not communicating. Here is an ultimatum. And nothing scares an avoidant attached person more than an ultimatum. They don't like being controlled. They don't like feeling like their independence or their autonomy will be lost. So they pull back. And so the push and pull can happen. The anxious attached may say, you know, I can't deal with this anymore. I don't know what to do here. I think we should have some space. The avoidant attached comes in. No, let's try to work this out. I'll try to be better next time. And it goes back into that cycle because after a few days of trying to be good or trying to show up the way you want them to show up, they start to feel suffocated again. They start to rethink the whole relationship. By the 8th month, both persons, the anxious attached and the avoidant attached, you're wondering, am I making the right decision here? Can I live with this for the rest of my life? The anxious attached is wondering, is this person ever going to change again? They were so wonderful in the beginning. Yes, they show up every now and again when I get upset, but then they go right back to being their old selves. Can this change? What can I do here? What am I not doing right? Can I do this for the rest of my life? The avoidant attached person is wondering, is anything I do ever going to be good enough? Should I just step back? Am I making a mistake here? Am I investing in something that's not going to work? So they both start to wonder if this can work for them. But both are also very afraid to leave the other, because in this period of time, you've built a connection, a relationship. There's been some trauma in the relationship, which, you kind of pull towards each other during this time. So the breakup is generally difficult. Now, many cases, it is the avoidant attached person who becomes very overwhelmed and they snap and end the relationship. We ask ourselves, so why does the avoidant attached person comes back? Usually it's that impulsive decision because of an overwhelm to end a relationship. Now they have some time to sit. They feel free of the relationship. They feel free of responsibilities. But then the next thing that happens is they start to process what they have given up, the good times they've had with you, what they could really be missing out on with you. And after about 2 to 3 months, they will try to come back. Within the time of the breakup, 2 to 3 months, I'd say about 2 weeks after the breakup, they will probably start initiating contact. In many, many cases, if it was really an impulsive decision to end a relationship, they're going to reach out within a week, and then 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks, but it's going to be like weekly or bi-weekly reach outs to keep in contact. And by the third or fourth month, they start to come back in. But again, it depends on the dynamics of the relationships. This is just one framework of what might be happening, right? When it comes to human beings, we could never be absolutely certain. There isn't a manual for each and every one of us, but this is one of the considerations that you want to have. I hope this helps.